Madhurya Kadamini Granth by Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad. In Madhurya Kadamini, Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad is explaining, he's saying, where sit in front, where do you listen to hari-katha, sit in front. In Madhurya Kadamini, Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, he's explaining how does a devotee or sadhak, how can he achieve the topmost perfection goal. He explains the proper process, how an ordinary devotee or sadhak enter in his spiritual life. Are you understanding? Tell me what have I said. How a sadhak slowly and slowly he enters spiritual life and achieves his topmost perfection goal. He is explaining in the book Madhurya Kadamini. To enter spiritual life and attain topmost goal, you need sukriti in pious activities and good deeds. The more sukritis you have, The more sukritis you have, the more sadhu-sanga, the more association of pure devotee, the more ruchi, more interest you will have in hari-katha. Having interest to listen hari-katha is very rare. It is considered very rare. The people of this material world, they are only interested to hear material things. Whenever the hari-katha finishes, what will you do in your room? You will talk about material things, think about material thoughts. So it means you have not entered properly in your spiritual life. When you enter spiritual life and you're very focused, you give up material thoughts and material talks. It does not matter what someone is doing, what he's not doing. We don't care. We are only one-pointed focused towards our own spiritual practice. We are saying sadhak and sadhan. What is the difference? Who is practicing spiritual life in Bhagavat, following Bhagavat, it's known as sadhak. Who is making all efforts to achieve topmost perfection goal in spiritual life. That person is known as sadhak. How do we enter spiritual life? Materialistic people, they are completely absorbed in material talks and material activities. You see, when someone retires, they're all sitting in the park. You can see the park nearby. Over 60 years, they're sitting together. They're discussing material things. They're doing mundane talks. All the people in the park, they're doing mundane talks. They're just saying what happened there, what did I do, what he did. I had like my 5 daughters and I got them married. I earned so much money, I constructed a house of 10 floors. They all tell and they talk like this. My son went to America, my son died, my son went to America, my son did this, my son achieved this, my son is a complete failure. Not talking about Krishna at all. They are doing mundane talks every time. They meet 5 to 10 people, they meet and they do mundane katha, mundane talks. But a sadhak is a person who is trying and making efforts to achieve his topmost perfection goal. He's having a desire to get delivered from this material world. That person is known as sadhak. How can we enter spiritual life? What is the difference between sadhak and ordinary person? Sadhak is who is making efforts to achieve the topmost thing in this world. He's having a desire and he is making efforts to achieve topmost perfection goal of spiritual life. This is the definition of sadhak. What is the definition of sadhak? That is sadhan, like practicing. And who is a sadhak? Who is making efforts to enter spiritual life and achieve topmost perfection goal. Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, he is defining sadhak to become capable to have darshan of Krishna, but we have done some sins and aparadh in previous lives. We are not seeing Krishna. We are not having darshan of Krishna because of that. Like, yeah, there's spiritual growth, but we have committed a sin in our previous life. So we're not seeing Krishna. We're not having darshan of Krishna. Such person is known as sadhaka parikritita. What's that? We're not considering Vaidhi Bhakti sadhak. This definition of sadhak, this is coming under the category of raganuga sadhak. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he was preaching, and what did he preach about? He preached about how can we attain the love of mood of Braj. How can we attain Raganuga Bhakti? So in Bhakti Ruthamrit Sindhu, Krishna Chakravarti Pada is explaining and defining sadhak. He said, what is the meaning of rati? Like when we get deep attachment to Krishna, that is a sadhak. Even we get capable to have darshan of Krishna, but we have committed some sin or some bad karma in our past life. So that's why we're still not seeing Krishna and not having darshan of Krishna. Such person is known as sadhaka parikritita. Bilvamangal Thakur is known as sadhak. We should study about the character of Bilvamangal Thakur. It's very nice. In North Country, he was sitting near. He was born near the Krishna river. He was born on the bank of Krishna River in South India. Near Krishna, on the banks of Krishna in the river, he was banking the South India, and he was born in the topmost Brahman family. He was very knowledgeable. He had knowledge of all scriptures, and he had very nice behavior and he followed like strict rules. He also served his parents, and he had a very nice family. He used to study Bhagavatam. He used to study Srimad Bhagavatam and recite the shlokas. And he was following his varnas from a Brahman, being a Brahman. He used to do arnik, chant mantras. He used to do japa, om, adhay. He chanted mantras, and he also served and did Vigraha Seva of Thakurji. He followed all the 6 responsibilities of Brahman. What are the 6 responsibilities of Brahman? Adhyana, Adhyapan, Dan, Patigra. There are 6 responsibilities of every Brahman. He was a pure Brahman. And he used to sing beautiful kirtans of Vraj. After a few days, his old father died. He passed away. And after the demise of his father, his friend, he told him about the Chintamani. The Chintamani. He also did a lot of beautiful Braj Kirtans. So one day, Bilvamangal Thakur with his friend, they went to Chintamani's house, and Chintamani was reciting and telling very beautiful and deep katha, and they got attracted to that. And then he started to recite beautiful hari-katha. And slowly he got attached to them, attached to the person who was reciting katha. And it's like annual Shraddha ceremony. So in India, everyone celebrates the demise of their ancestors every year. Everyone celebrates the demise of their ancestors every year. So that occasion came. So Chintamani said, I cannot come. It's my father's annual ceremony of celebrating the demise. So he prepared a lot of beautiful sweets. Also arranged food for other Brahmins. We should feed Brahmins. Prepare food and feed Brahmins. It is known as Brahman Bhoj. Like, okay, everything is arranged. And afternoon, Brahmins came. And Bilvamangal Thakur was still absorbed in thinking about Chintamani. And he put food in his bag and he went away. His wife said, we have not fed the Brahmins yet, why are you going away? Where are you going? We have not fed the Brahmins yet. But Bilvamangal Thakur, he started to run and wanted to meet Chintamani. And behind him his wife. She said, where are you going? The celebration has not finished. We have not fed the Brahmins yet. We should feed the Brahmins first. You're not feeding the Brahmins. Where are you going? Bilvamangal Thakur is running, and Bilvamangal Thakur's wife is running behind him to catch him. But with the desire of Bhagavad Ichcha, a storm came. Rain also started to happen. They were like raining, and thunder was also there. But still Bilvamangal Thakur kept on running, and behind him his wife was running. In this time, Kal Sarp, there was a snake, and he bit the Bilvamangal Thakur's wife. And Bilvamangal Thakur's wife left her body, and her body rolled down and fell into the river. Bilvamangal Thakur reached the bank of the river, and he saw that the river was like flowing it was full of water. How do I cross the river? The river was like flowing very fast. He was like so much absorbed in the mood of Chintamani. He did not even see the dead body of his wife. He thought it's a wood. It's like a wood floating on river, but it was his wife's dead body. So Bilvamangal Thakur thought that the dead body of his wife is a wood. He used that and he crossed the river. This is so surprising. Where is his mood? He's absorbed in the mood of Chintamani. He didn't even realize the dead body of his wife. He thought it's a piece of wood. And he crossed the river using that. So he held him in his one hand, and in the other hand he tried to swim and cross the river. And the rain was going on at that time. It was cold. So Chintamani had closed his door and sitting, Bilvamangal Thakur. How can he open the door? There was the gate door outside. The snake is like on the door when the cold did. So Bilvamangal Thakur thought it's a rope. He grabbed the tail of the snake and he tried to jump over it. And he fell down on the door. And when he fell down, the Chintamani opened the door and he saw, oh, Bilvamangal Thakur is here. And he's like a bit unconscious. So what did Chintamani did? He put some water in Bilvamangal Thakur's mouth and then he got up. He gained back his consciousness. He said, yesterday it was like celebration of your father's death anniversary. Why are you, how have you come here? You are organizing so many things at your home. Bilvamangal Thakur said, you're right. It's like annual death anniversary of my father. But I was absorbed in the mood of Chintamani. I have given up everything and I have come here. That whatever I have prepared for the anniversary of death anniversary of my father, laddu, kachori, beautiful sweets, I have brought everything to you. And Bilvamangal Thakur, when he said that, Chintamani said, Bilvamangal, if you had this attachment towards the Lord, then your life would have been different. I have a body, a material body of blood and bones. There is no point in being attached to this. What is this body? It's like a bag of like blood, shit, blood and stool and urine. This is just a bag of stool and urine. Is there a beautiful thing inside? No. It's like stool, urine, mucus and blood, everything. And with that there are things like anger, ego, a lot of things. We have 9 doors in our body. And we don't know even how many windows are there. This is the body. This is like a house. How many doors do we have in this house? 9 doors. So in the upper body there are 2, and in the down there are 7 doors. 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. This is so unique. This house or this body is very unique. How many doors are there in a house? 2. Maximum 1 or 2. But this is the beauty of nature. That this house, body or house, we have like 9 doors. So in upper body, no, 7. Oh, it's the opposite. So in the upper body there are 7 doors, and at down there are 2. So who will make like 2 doors on the ground floor and 7 doors on the first floor in their house? So for example, they're like a 2-floor house, and on the ground floor you have 2 doors, and on the first floor you have the 7 doors. It does not make sense. So in the upper body there are 7 doors, and in the lower body there are 2 doors. What are the 7 doors? Tell me. So 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 nose, 2 nostrils, one mouth. So these are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, and 1 mouth. So it's 7. Oh my God. So 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, and 1 mouth. So it's 6 and 7. Okay, everyone count properly. Everyone count properly. And not one. There are thousands of windows in this body. There's like we sweat from the body, like something comes out from the body, like we sweat. So there is a window. This is the beauty of nature designed by the Lord. So exactly like that, Chintamani was saying, Bilvamangal Thakur, Bilvamangal, this body, you're attached to this body. If you had this deep attachment towards the Lord, your life would have been different and you would have been like achieved topmost goal. Krishna himself in Vrindavan is performing beautiful leelas in Vrindavan. Apart, you're not attached to Krishna, you're attached to me. Why? So when he said, Bilvamangal Thakur got extremely hurt. He felt really hurt and became upset. And at that time, Bilvamangal Thakur, he started to go towards Vrindavan. So when he was on the way, he was walking. At that time, people used to walk. So he started walking towards Vrindavan. He felt thirsty in the middle of the way, so he had to drink water. There was a woman near the well to take the water out on the way. And he asked him, please can you give me some water? And then he put his hands to drink water, and then she gave him some water. And Bilvamangal Thakur saw that woman, and he stopped drinking water. He didn't even take the water fell down from his hands. He was satisfying his thirst of like seeing a woman. He was not satisfying his thirst of drinking water. He was getting absorbed in the beauty of the woman. And the woman said, the girl said, what are you drinking? The water is falling down. You're not drinking water. Bilvamangal Thakur said, see, what am I drinking? I'm consuming. What am I consuming? I'm consuming your beauty. In his heart, he was thinking, like, I'm consuming this girl's beauty. He did not say it directly to her, but he knew. What did Bilvamangal Thakur say? That I'm like your beauty, you're very beautiful, I'm consuming your beauty. He was thinking this in his heart, he didn't say it directly. So the beautiful girl, she filled the water and went back her home. And Bilvamangal Thakur started to walk behind her. And in his heart he was thinking, I was going to Vrindavan. He was like, I was going to Vrindavan to have darshan of Govind. And yet again, I am like getting desires to enjoy my senses. getting desire to material sense gratification. So what is the essence? What is the essence? How do we get how do we consume beauty and we get attracted to someone from our eyes? Where does the love manifest? Where does the love and attraction happen? In the eyes. In Sanskrit, it is said, Nayan Priti. The first thing is the love from eyes. So the growth of love, the first stage is, there are 6 stages. There are 6 stages described in scriptures. In some scriptures they have explained 10 stages also. 10 stages of love. How does love go through these 10 stages? Some scriptures they have explained 6 stages, and in some they have explained 10 stages. The first stage, where does the love starts from and manifests? From eyes. Eyes are enough, like eye contact. When you love, in the first you see, in eye contact. There are a lot of reasons explained in scriptures of the cause of love. There's like different kinds of love, like Darshan Prema, which is known as Kubja. So Kubja did never see Krishna before. She had like a bent back. Nobody used to love her, and she didn't love anyone as well in the time. So every time she went to the darbar of Kans, and she offered chandan to the people there. She's like had a very bad body and form. She was a hunchback. But first time when Krishna entered to Mathura from Vrindavan, and at that time Kubja, she was going to serve Kans to give chandan. So like a maid of Kans, serving Kans. So she was going, and on the way she met Krishna. So when Krishna was going around Mathura, he came from Vrindavan to Mathura, and he was seeing the Mathura, and Kubja was coming, so they met. So Kubja saw Krishna's beautiful form, and she got very happy. So Krishna said, I am going to meet the King Kans. Please offer some Guptan to me as well. You're going to serve Kans and give him chandan. Give some to me as well. So Kubja got so attracted to Krishna after seeing the beautiful form of Krishna. So Kubja was a hunchback. How can she offer Ruptan to Krishna and reach Krishna's head? So Krishna pressed his one leg to Kubja, and with his hand he grabbed her head, her chin, and he lifted her up. And with his elbow, and he pushed a little bit using his elbow, and then Kubja was a hunchback, but now she was like a normal human, a straight back. She had straight back now. So Kubja got absorbed in having darshan of Krishna. So I'm saying darshan jat. It's like I'll give you example of Kubja to explain you that she had darshan of Krishna and the love manifested in her heart. So this is not a darshan jatak prem. It's like love at first sight. So this is darshan jatak prem. Like, will you all remember this? Sadharana-rati prem. In love, in this type of love, there is like our own happiness and Krishna, not Krishna's happiness. That love is known as sadharana prem, like normal. Like we don't care if Krishna is happy or not. Kubja did not think about this. She only desired that, okay, I get happy. That type of love is sadharana prem. Sadharana is like normal. But in the definition of love, we should think the love is defined by if we have any desire for ourselves, if we are making ourselves happy, it is considered calm. It is considered lust, not love. So how can we consider Kubja's love and not lust? So Kubja did not get attracted to any male, any boy in her life. She wasn't attracted to any man in her whole life. Not attached to any man in her whole life. And no one was also attracted or attached to her. But when she saw Krishna first time, feelings of love manifested in her heart. So this is the opinion that's being explained here, that how is this love? She's not seeing if Krishna is happy or not. She was thinking about her happiness. So that should be lust. It should be not lust, not love, it's lust. So this is the question that can arise here. So Kubja was thinking about her own happiness. And where everything is for own happiness, it's not love, it's considered lust. Like if you're doing something for your own happiness and not for Krishna's happiness, it's considered lust. But if you're doing something for Krishna's happiness, then it's love. So how can we say that Kubja's love is not lust? And it is called sadharana-rati prema. Sadharana-rati prema. There are three types: sadharana-rati, Samanjasa-rati, and Samartha-rati. So how can we say Kubja's love was love and not lust? So Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad is explaining here that Kubja, in her previous life, she was Surpanaka. She was Surpanaka in her previous life. And Lord gave her a boon. Surpanaka came with a beautiful woman to marry Lord Ramchandra. But Lord Ramchandra said, I'm like a person, like one woman man, so I cannot marry you. So at the end, Surpanaka, she was so much attracted by seeing the beautiful form of Lord Ramchandra. When Ramchandra, he was in the forest of exile, Surpanaka. He has a very beautiful name.
How is your health? Good? Your long trip?
Saying sit in front and listen to hari-katha. You should always sit in front and listen to hari-katha. People who don't listen, they sit at the back side. Come in front. So we are trying to explain the character of Bilvamangal Thakur. We should listen to it again and again, it's so beautiful. So what was I saying? We're talking about Surpanaka. So in Treta Yuga, Lord Ramchandra, when he was on exile in forest, in the Dandakarna forest, he was with Devi Sita and his brother Lakshman. And one day, Ravan's sister Surpanaka, she was like a female demon, and she was roaming around and she saw Lord Ramchandra. And she saw that Lord Ramchandra, he's sitting outside and he's chanting mantras. She saw the beautiful form of Lord Ramchandra and she got attracted. So she offered Lord Ramchandra to marry her, and Lord Ramchandra said, I cannot marry you, I'm fully devoted to my wife, and I'm like one woman man. I do not associate with any woman apart from Sita Devi. But Surpanaka came to marry, right? Bhagavan Ramchandra is Vanchakalpataru. He like fulfills all desires, any desire you have. He said, Surpanaka, that in this rama-lila, I cannot accept you. But after rama-lila, I will appear again in form of Krishna. I will accept you as my wife in that lila. And it's Surpanaka in krsna-lila. She was born as Kubja in krsna-lila. So Surpanaka was Surpanaka in Ram-lila and Kubja in krsna-lila. So sadharana-rati only comes when you're like one pointed towards Krishna. But apart from Krishna, if she was attracted to any other men, then it would have not has been considered love. But she was like one pointed, attracted towards Krishna and having feelings for Krishna. One pointed fact. We're not talking about Nishtha here, nor faith. We're only talking about she was attracted and having feelings. She was attracted to Lord Ramchandra in Treta Yuga, and in Dwapar Yuga, she got attracted to Lord Krishna. She had never seen any other man in her life, and no man is attracted to her. So love always happens two sides. It's never one-sided. It happens from both sides all the time.
है कि नहीं?
So are you guys understanding or not?
क्या समझा? अभी जड़ प्रेम हमारे कहाँ पर होता है?
Where does the material love exist?
मानलेन जो लाभ है,
The mundane love.
एक तरफ नहीं, एक तरफा प्रेम नहीं होता,
It's not never one-sided.
दोनों तरफ।
It's coming from both sides.
Both sides.
Mutual attraction.
Yes, it depends. It's like mutual.
Mutual attraction.
हाँ?
Mutual attraction. Mutual.
Whatever happens, it happens mutually.
दोनों तरफ
दोनों तरफ।
Like from both sides.
mutual attraction.
एक तरफ नहीं होता, I love you, I love you।
Like I love you, I love you, I kill you, I kill you. So everything happens from both the sides.
I hate you, I hate you।
I hate you, I hate you. So everything's coming from both sides.
मानलेन लाभ भी यही होता है।
So this is what happens in mundane love.
प्रेम के बारे में, जोड़ियों प्रेम जो है,
The love in this material world,
दोनों तरफ नहीं आता
it happens from both sides.
है। होता है कि नहीं होता?
But true or not?
चैट करते रहते हैं।
So people are like always chatting. Internet is like people are finding people on internet and getting attached.
फेसबुक बना देते हैं।
Like Facebook, people are looking, discovering other people on Facebook.
चलो हम उसे
There are other apps like Tinder and stuff.
सुपर्णखा भगवान रामचंद्र के देखा कि आप
Applications.
अब भगवान
Internet.
वांछा करो तो
So, Vanchakalpatra, Lord Ramchandra, anyone have any desire towards Lord, Lord satisfies it and accepts it.
इधर तो वांछा करो, भगवान के क्या कहता है? वांछा कल्प,
That's why it's known as Vanchakalptaru.
अपनी इच्छा लेकर के कल्प वृक्ष
She expressed her desire,
वो कल्प वृक्ष उनके सारे पूरा कर।
and it's like a tree that fulfills all desires, and similarly the Lord, He fulfills all desires.
तो सुपर्णखा रामचंद्र के ऊपर आज एक प्रस्ताव दिया क्या? मैं आपको शादी कर सकता हूँ।
So Surpanaka asked Lord Ramchandra to marry her.
किंतु उस समय भगवान रामचंद्र सुपर्णखा के इतने बोले, सुपर्णखा देखो,
So he says, Surpanaka, look,
ये मैं सीता विवाह के समय एक ही पत्नी बदल है।
I have a vow to just be, I have an oath and vow to just be with my wife. I'm devoted to my wife. I cannot accept you as my wife in this life.
मेरे राम-लीला के पश्चात
But after my Ram-lila in Dvaraka Yuga,
कृष्ण-लीला में
I will appear again in form of Krishna, and in Krishna-lila,
आपको मैं सिखाऊंगा।
I will accept you.
वही रामचंद्र कृष्ण-लीला में जब आए,
So Ramchandra appeared in Krishna-lila as Krishna, and that Surpanaka, she appeared as Kubja in Krishna-lila.
क्या?
She's asking Kubja, was it from a demon family? So it doesn't matter if someone's demon or not.
भावना लेकर के
If they're having any feelings towards the Lord, Lord will accept. It doesn't matter if they're a human, demon or anyone.
भगवान की कोई शत्रु मित्र नहीं है।
Lord does not have any friend or enemy.
अरे भगवान भी देखते हैं ये मेरा शत्रु है, असुर है कि देवता है।
Lord does not see if he's a demon or a devta, like equal towards everyone.
भगवान की कोई शत्रु हो सकता है।
Is there any enemy of the Lord?
भगवान की कोई मित्र हो सकता है।
Can there be any friend of the Lord?
शत्रुता मित्रता होता है बराबरी से।
So enemies and friends, they have to be like equal.
Friendship and empathy
Depends on
Friendship
quality.
is like the level has to match.
भगवान के स्टेटस को उसको न हो सकता।
Like who can match the level of the Lord?
तो भगवान के मित्र कौन बनेगा?
Who will become the friend of Lord? And who has the power to become enemy of the Lord? Can anyone become enemy? No.
वो अपने शत्रु मान रहे हैं।
He is thinking that okay, he is my enemy, but no one can be his enemy.
भगवान को थोड़ी शत्रु मानते हैं। भगवान जाते हैं इसमें चुटकी बजा देते हैं।
Lord can just snap his finger and do anything he wants.
तभी मित्र थोड़ी हो सकते हैं, भगवान के से मित्र बन सकते हैं।
So no one can become his friend as well.
शत्रु मित्र होता है बराबरी के साथ।
So the level has to match, between friends and enemies.
राजा की मित्रता होता है।
A king is friend with a king.
पहले समझने के प्रयास करो लोगों के विचार।
So this is
राजा के
the,
साथ राजा
try to understand this. A king is a friend with a king.
और एक गरीब व्यक्ति राजा के साथ क्या मित्रता करेगा?
And the poor person, how will he have friendship with the king? But if the king is accepting a poor friend, then it's different. But generally,
पंडित के साथ पंडित की मित्रता
Pandit is friend with Pandit. You see, the level has to match between friendship. The level has to match. Only then friendship can happen. So let's think about what happens in material world and understand it. Who has the power to become the enemy of the Lord? Think properly. Who can become enemy of the Lord? So if a dog thinks that I want to be friends with or be friends with elephant, okay, they can be friends, but can he be an enemy of elephant? The dog will keep barking. Whoa, 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 whoa. The elephant will go to the market. The elephant moves his trunk a bit, moves his head a bit, and the dog will get scared and run away 50 meters behind. But still the dog looks at the elephant and keeps barking. So this proverb, this means like the elephant is walking in the market and there are like thousands of dogs barking. The elephant thinks that these dogs are idiots, they are just barking. So if they come near, then the elephant moves his head a bit and all the dogs, they run away. This is the nature of the dog. He comes again. He comes in again and bark. He said, wow, wow, wow. And dog is getting scared and then like going to attack again, like showing he's gonna attack. So this is the nature of the dog or not? You can check. This is the nature of the dog. If you show him a hand, he will run away, and he comes back to bark again. So can the dog be enemy with elephant? Or does the elephant even consider dog his enemy? No. But whenever he is like creating trouble, then elephant moves his head and it's like, okay, no problem. And when the level has to match when to be an enemy. Who has the power, who has the capability to become enemy of the Lord? Is it possible? Lord doesn't consider anyone his enemy. He knows everything. So how does friendship happen? It means the level has to match. You have like same opinions, same mindset, only then friendship happens. If your opinions are different, my opinions are different, then there will be like separate direction. There will be no friendship. What are your thoughts? He's asking, what are your thoughts? Your thoughts are like, okay, we want to practice spirituality. But if you don't have thoughts to practice spiritual life, then you will not come here. So same thoughts, same opinions need to happen to make a friendship happen. But if you have not same thoughts and same level, then friendship does not work. Understand or not? What did you understand? So no one can be friends with the Lord and no one can be enemy with the Lord. Lord only accepts. He accepts his friend, but no one can match his level. In reality, we cannot be friends with the Lord because we cannot maintain the level or match the level of the Lord. Who is the friend of the Lord? You tell me. But the Lord accepts. He said, okay, I will accept your friendship. He's like one Chakalpatra is like fulfilling all desires, so that's why he's accepting. So Lord is accepting. So we're not capable to become enemy, neither a friend of the Lord. I don't have any enemy, no friend. So this is the Lord.
तथापि भगवान में एक विशेष गुण क्या है?
But what is one special quality of the Lord? He accepts.
भगवान के शत्रु रूप में स्वीकार नहीं करते, नेगेटिव नहीं लेते।
He does not accept negativity. He does not accept enemies.
मित्रता स्वीकार करते।
He accepts friendship.
भगवान जानते हैं
The Lord knows
ये मेरे साथ मित्रता नहीं रखता
that he cannot maintain friendship with me, but still he accepts his friendship.
है। सदा विप्र के साथ भगवान मित्रता की वो भी स्वीकार कर ले।
So he accepts from Sridham friendship of Sridham.
काहम पापियम काहम पापियम ब्रह्म क्या बोले कहाँ मैं पापी महापापी
Like, I am a very sinful Brahman, and where is Krishna? He has like a very huge kingdom. Krishna. This is what he's saying. The Lord accepted his friendship. He was very poor, Sudama. The level is not equal here, so the friendship can't happen. But the Lord is accepting. So what did I say? We were speaking about Bilvamangal Thakur, that love, first it happens through the eyes, with eye contact. Even it's material love or... Yes. So that's why the Kubja, she fell in love through her sight. So she also had sanskars from her past life of Surpanaka, as I explained, and she was blessed by Lord Ramchandra. So that's why. So it is under sadharana-rati Prema. Like, I am a very sinful Brahman, and where is the Krishna? And his house is like very opulent, it's like very rich, he has a big kingdom of Dvaraka. So there's a huge difference, because it's explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. So what I'm trying to explain here is that Lord Ramchandra was in Dandakarna forest on exile, and Surpanaka, she saw the beautiful form of Lord Ramchandra and got attracted, and she wanted to become wife of Lord Ramchandra. Who? Surpanaka. And that time he said, I cannot accept you in this life in the form of Ram, but with the mercy of Yogamaya, you will take birth as Kubja, and then I will accept you. The love that is in Kubja, it's known as sadharana Prema. Rati means attraction, attachment. The first stage of bhava is Rati. Asakti, and then there's like attachment, and then Rati, and then there's bhava, and then after that there's Prema. You understand? Like Shraddha, sadhu-sanga, bhajan kriya, anarthati, nishta, ruchi. After ruchi, Rati, asakti. After asakti it's Rati, and after Rati then there's bhav, and after bhav there's Prema. So these are the stages.
भाव बोलते हैं ना, किंतु ये भाव के प्रथम जो स्टेज को कहा जाता
The
है,
first stage of bhav
रति का है।
is known as rati.
रति गाढ़ होइले भाव का है, भाव होइले प्रेम उत्पन्न होइले। स्नेह मान प्रणय राग मराग भाव महाभाव रूढ़ धीर मोहन।
So there are different stages that like proceed after the love.
क्या बोला?
What did I say?
श्रद्धा,
Shraddha, sadhu-sanga, bhajan kriya, rati, nishta, ruchi, asakti,
के बाद होता है रति।
rati,
रति के बाद भाव,
bhav.
भाव
After bhav,
के बाद
there's prem.
इसे क्रम बताया।
And these are the stages.
प्रभु को सही बात
Rupa Goswami Pad has explained everything in detail.
निष्ठा रुचि आसक्ति और भाव है। उसमें रति लिखा है, आसक्ति के बाद
There's a chart over there. Everything is written there.
यहाँ शब्दों में प्रयोग आपने साधारण रति बोला और साधारण प्रेम।
Sadharanic prem.
यहाँ पर रति को ले लिया है, रति शब्द प्रयोग किया।
So we're using the word rati here.
आकृति का attachment।
We're using the word rati here to display attachment, to describe attachment.
ये शब्द है।
Level.
जैसा
The word Samanjasa,
where the prem divided
when the love is
with his family.
equally like divided and segregated into his family members, that is known as Samanjasa-rati. Like the love is divided.
महिषी आदि जो है,
So in Dvaraka, their Mahesha, their love is
बंटवार हो जाता है।
it's divided.
जैसे संसार में देखा जाता है,
Like in Sansar, at the time when the marriage happens,
एक भाग रहा,
there's the same feeling between the husband and the wife.
पुत्र कन्या होने पर
But when they have a child,
पति के प्रति व पत्नी के प्रति जो भाव था, प्रेम था,
the love between the husband and wife, their love also gets divided towards their child.
धीरे धीरे वो भाग बंटवार हो जाता
And it shifts, it moves towards that, moves towards their child.
है। ये स्वाभाविक होता है संसार।
So this is natural.
प्रेम को सिद्ध कर दिया।
Love in this material world, you can see.
विवाह के समय
At the time of marriage,
एक रहता है।
husband and wife, they are like,
पुत्र कन्या होने पर दो प्रेम क्या हो जाता है?
they have love, they love each other. And their love gets divided, their energy gets divided towards their child.
बेटी की बात चलता है। इसे उसी का उस प्रेम के कहा जाता है, भारती का क्या कहा जाता है?
And that type of love is known as Samanjasa.
और गोपियों में जो प्रेम जो है,
The love that is in gopis,
समर्था, वो प्रेम
Right.
किसी के भाग बंटवार नहीं होता।
it's like completely for Krishna. And it's not divided towards anyone. This is the love of gopis.
तो प्रेम इसी प्रकार
That's why it is very hard to attain the mood of gopis.
एकमात्र कृष्ण में
All of their love, all of their energy is invested in Krishna.
ये तो काम कार्य आदि काम आदि करते रहते हैं।
Like, okay, they are doing work of their household chores, but
गोविंद में ही
their heart and their mind and consciousness is completely absorbed in Krishna.
इसलिए गोपियों की जो प्रेम कृष्ण प्रति प्रेम, उस प्रेम को कहा जाता है क्या प्रेम?
The love for Krishna they have, it's no, we call it Samartha.
उस समर्थ-रति के द्वारा
The Samartha-rati praying, they like control Krishna. This is the only way you can control the Lord.
प्रेम के द्वारा स्वयं भगवान कृष्ण वशीभूत हो जाते हैं।
So Krishna, they can control Krishna with this love.
समर्था,
It's called Samartha.
समर्थ और समर्था प्रेम खाते हैं। गोपियों की एक तो गोपियों की पुत्र कन्या नहीं थी।
So gopis, they don't have children.
पुत्र कन्या होने से तो प्रेम बढ़ जाता है ना।
If they had children, then their love is automatically dividing. It's true or not?
गोपियों की कोई पुत्र कन्या भी योगमाया ने
So Yogamaya didn't give any children to gopis.
पुत्र कन्या होने तो फिर प्रेम गति बढ़ जाता है कि नहीं?
So if you have children, then your love
बढ़ेगी कि नहीं बढ़ेगी?
gets towards the children.
कहाँ बढ़ेगी?
So he's asking Anamore, did your love get divided toward the child? Yes. This is natural, it happens. It goes or not, tell me. It's like every month you're sending money. Why? Every month you're sending money to your child. Why? Because you love them. They're saying it's a responsibility. And who asked you to get married? So that's why gopis did not get married. It's true or not? Gopis did not get married. It's just arrangement of Yogamaya. It's just like for showing. It's not. They didn't get married really. There's like love between husband and wife when the marriage happens. And the love we have for Guru and Krishna, it gets divided and goes towards the husband and wife. Like, and then you have children, and a part of it more subdivides itself more towards the children. So whatever you had, like little tiny 50% towards Guru and Krishna, it got divided and divided and divided. So it's true or not? So in this material world, so when the young woman has like love towards her parents, and when she's married, that love shifts from the parents of her husband. So father asked, she said, come to my house. He said, oh, come to my house, it's been so long I've not met you. And she replies, oh, my son has to study, I cannot come. So when she was unmarried, she used to serve his father a lot, you see. And after she got married, her love got divided and it got invested into her children and her family. So it's true or not? So let's understand the love in this material world first, only then we can understand transcendental love. Like completely devoted towards the parents. So in the rules, if you like tell, oh, my mother is sick, they won't give you a holiday. But if you say, my wife is sick, they give you a holiday. He said, oh, it's your mother, you can go after 2 days. So if you write, my wife is in hospital, people will consider it more important. So ask people who are doing the jobs, in professional jobs, this happens. You just write, my wife is in hospital, I want a holiday, want a leave. And at the same time they will sign your leave and will sanction your leave. And you're like, okay, you have a holiday. But if you say, my mother is in hospital, it's true or not? You can ask anyone who are doing government jobs in India, you can ask them. If their wife is sick, then yes, you get holiday. You can get immediate leave when you say your wife is sick. But if you say your mother is sick, they said, oh, you can go tomorrow, you can go day after tomorrow, no problem. So our love gets divided. the more attachments we have, the more it gets divided. So we had love for our parents, and slowly it moves towards the wife. And if we had 3 to 4 children, and that love, it also subdivides itself towards the children. It's like, oh, you come later, first feed my child. The love gets divided. The more attachments we have, it gets divided. First it was for parents, and then it moved towards the wife, and then it got divided among the children. So in sansar, in this material world, this is the life. This is the material life. So that's why Yogamaya arranged, they didn't give any children to gopis. And gopis did not marry anyone. Did Radharani marry anyone? No. Just to manifest the parikiya bhava in this world, she just created some illusionary marriage. In reality, they did not get married. It was kind of illusion. So just to appear parikiya bhava in this world, Yogamaya did this. Satmik means like a lucid dream. So Jiva Goswami Pada is explaining, like all the gopis. So what did Yogamaya do? So in the parents of the gopis, they just have a thought in their mind and their dream, that, oh, that my daughter is getting married today. This is also a thing of ras. This is secret. In a Vaishnav, Gauri Vaishnav Sampradaya, this is secret. This was all arranged by Yogamaya. But still, anyways, they think. So they say, oh, this is your husband, go and live with him. But they don't know anything. Gopis don't know anything except Krishna. When did the gopis got married? The Krishna was very little. He used to herd the cows. What was the age? Like around 5 years old. Does the children know what is marriage? No. They don't even know how to dress properly. So they are putting the thing that is meant to be wear in the lower body, they're putting it on their head. They don't know shame, they don't know anything. But this was a Leela arranged by Yogamaya. He said, okay, this is your husband, go and live with him. So this is the glories of Yogamaya. So that's a patimanya, so-called husband. Like so-called husband. So if you ask a gopi that, are you married or not? And gopis will ask, what is marriage? I don't know what is marriage. What does it mean? And they just say, just go and live to the house of gopas. In Bhagavad Lila, Yogamaya is like very important. So many important roles handled by Yogamaya. There are a lot of responsibilities and work of Yogamaya. Like they say, oh, you got married. So they go and live with your husband. So they go and they come back after 3 to 4 days. So there are very beautiful stories of gopis. Jiva Goswami Pada is explaining properly. They don't know what marriage means. And second thing,
अपने पत्नी के साथ मिलने तो बहुत दूर की बात, उनकी कमरा में प्रवेश करने का अधिकार नहीं देते, दूर रखते।
And what did Yogamaya do? She did not let anyone enter, come near the gopis.
और गोपों की क्या करते?
Gopa and gopis were separated. Gopas were so busy in their work. They don't even think, oh, I have a wife. They're so much absorbed in work. So if you are absorbed in work, you're working, will you have time to do gossips? No. If you have time, and then you can talk material talks, mundane talks, if you have time. So you're listening to Bhagavad when it's happening, but after you go out of the hall, you're also talking mundane talks and criticizing each other. So all the hari-katha you listen, it got waste. It's considered completely stupid and nonsense. You listened to 7 days, but you didn't listen properly. So after listening to Katha, do Kirtan, Smaran, think about it, process it. So for 7 days, what should you do? Listen to Hari-katha, at least 7 days. Don't criticize anyone, don't do mundane talks. Otherwise, Maya will not leave you. People come to listen Hari-katha, but how many? They're fighting and quarreling with each other. So see, Yogamaya has kind of arranged the so-called wedding of the gopis. In reality, they did not get married. It was kind of an illusion. They were not married in reality. So the parents of the gopis, they thought, oh, today is the marriage of my daughter and everything is happening. But in reality, nothing happened. It was just in their mind. And the second thing is, Yogamaya did another beautiful thing. Patimanya, it means so-called husband. The so-called husbands cannot even touch gopis. They don't have the right. So this is the arrangement done by Yogamaya. They were not even allowed to come near the gopis. After marriage, husband and wife live together, right? What is the Indian custom? What happens after marriage? The wife walks in front and husband walks in the back. And in Western countries, what happens? They both hold hands together and they walk. Why? In Indian culture, wife is walking in the front and husband is walking at the back. They're not holding the hands. Wife पीछे चलती है. The wife is walking behind. Radha Gandhi is saying the wife walks behind. Okay, so my point is they don't walk together. It doesn't matter who's at the front and who's at the back. They know that they will not leave and abandon. They have full trust. In Western culture, what happens? They hold together for every time. They hold, and why? Because if I leave for 1 second, they will abandon and go away. They're like, we don't know what will happen. Everyone is scared. No, they're not scared. This is the truth. This happens. In Indian culture, they know that the husband will not leave, the wife will not leave. They know, they have trust. But it doesn't matter if they're walking in front or back. But in Western culture, they're holding hands and walking together. Why? Oh, so they don't run away here and there.
इच्छा मैं इसलिए कर रहे
So,
गोपियों की क्या
so that's why I'm saying gopis,
गोपियों की क्या है बोले जोग में ऐसी व्यवस्था कर दिया पुरुष योगमाया की कथा
so listen about glories of Yogamaya. She has like very nice responsibilities and has done, played important roles.
गोपों का गोपियों से एक दूसरे के किसी प्रकार स्पर्श भी नहीं कर सकते
The gopas, they cannot touch gopis in any way. This is the arrangement done by Yogamaya. They just have like a so-called marriage, like people are saying it.
किंतु
But in reality, they have not even touched each other.
गजेंद्र नंदन विना नहीं स्पर्श अन्य गोपियों की ऐसे व्यवस्था जोगमाया ने किया देखो चैतन्य में वर्णन हो रहा है गजेंद्र नंदन श्याम सुंदर के छोड़ करके गोपियां किसी पुरुष के स्पर्श तक नहीं करती
The gopis do not touch anyone except Krishna. All their energy, all their everything is invested in Krishna. Are you understanding or not? They're experiencing one-pointed faith and devotion towards Krishna. So apart from Krishna, they don't even touch any other man. This is the arrangement of Yogamaya. Try and understand this Tattva Siddhanta. Even if you understand it properly or not, but at least try to understand. They're like one-pointed faith and one-pointed devotion, love towards Krishna. Govinda.
गजेंद्र नंदन बिना नहीं स्पर्श एकमात्र श्याम सुंदर में ही एकनिष्ठ
Like they're completely devoted towards Krishna and Krishna only. This is what's explained in scriptures. And their love is one-pointed with Krishna. So that's Samartha-rati. Samartha-rati. Samartha. So then they take. So then you accept responsibility when you have one-pointed love. Then you take responsibility. Otherwise not. If like Bahukendrik, it's like divided towards a lot of people, then no. And this is a speciality, quality of Krishna. When Krishna, if like one pointed with Krishna, and people say Krishna is like knowing a lot of gopis. How is that possible? But in reality, no, it's not. He's not going with anyone except Srimati Radharani. This is also very confidential truth. Because who is the soul of Krishna? It's Srimati Radharani. We cannot run this body without a soul. Krishna is saying himself. He's saying, Srimati Radharani, you are my soul. I am the body. And if you are the body, then I am the soul. So Krishna is also one-pointed love towards Srimati Radharani. Like Atmaram. Who is the soul of Krishna? Srimati Radharani. That's Atmaram. Krishna himself, he goes everywhere with Srimati Radharani. That's why there's Raman means like going, walking. And it means like Radha Raman. Krishna doesn't go with anyone else. But that's like saying ras-lila and vihar. This is just the arrangement and visualization created by Yogamaya only to increase the mood of love.
मान आदि को करने के लिए बात सौभाग्य को माता दिखाने के लिए योग में केवल दिखा दे रहा है।
And this is just being arranged by Yogamaya.
ये भी एक रहस्य की बात।
This is also very kind of confidential and deep truth.
राधारानी के छोड़ करके
So Krishna, except for Srimati Radharani, he does not even touch anyone else.
नाम क्या है? आत्माराम।
What is the name of Krishna? Atmaram.
समझ में आया कि नहीं?
Are you understanding or not?
आत्माराम और आप्तकाम।
Krishna is Atmaram and Aptakam.
थोड़ा सिद्धांत में देखो।
So listen in scriptures. Sometimes we should study from Tattva Siddhanta and understand them.
कृष्ण आत्माराम और
Krishna, Atmaram and Aptakam.
आत्माराम के जो आत्मा में रमन करने वाले।
Atmaram is like person who is doing Raman in
कृष्ण के
Atma.
आत्मा कौन है?
It's just the soul of Shri Krishna, Srimati Radharani. Atmaram.
निर्गंत वही रूप। की भक्ति एकदम समझ में आया कुछ?
Did you guys understand anything?
आत्माराम और आप्तकाम
Atmaram and Aptakam.
पूरा हो जाता
Get all the desires get fulfilled. Where?
है। राधा जी छोड़ कर
He does not even go with anyone else apart from Srimati Radharani. He's going to Chandravali and here and there, but no. This is just arrangement of Yogamaya and visualization created by her, only to increase the mood. But in reality, Krishna does not go with anyone else apart from Srimati Radharani. So this is the confidential thing. Brajendra Sham Sundar, he does not go with anyone else apart from Srimati Radharani. So there are forms of Srimati Radharani. One is Vrishbhanu Nandini, Sanjogini and Chandogini Radha. We not listen to Chandravali about like this. Sanjogini Chandravali, Nandini Chandravali. No. In the Samartha-rati, it is explained three forms of Srimati Radharani. One Vrishbhanu Nandini Srimati Radhika. She does not go anywhere apart from Krishna. She is like staying eternally with Krishna. Wherever Krishna is, she is there. So that's Vrishbhanu Nandini Radha, the daughter of Vrishbhanu Maharaj. Vrishbhanu Nandini Radhika is never separated from Krishna. This is a very beautiful thought. So wherever Krishna is, there is Radha. And then there are two more things, Sanjogini Radha and Viyogini Radha. These are the Leelas. Sanjogini Radha, she went to meet Krishna in Kurukshetra, and Viyogini Radha, she was sitting in Uddhav Kyari, absorbed in deep separation. And she was singing Brahma Geet. Okay, Krishna and Radha, they're always together. Jatra Jatra Radha, Tatra Krishna, Jatra Krishna, Tatra Radha. Both are together all the time. That's why I'm saying, see the one-pointed love of gopis. They have completely devoted to Krishna. Everything they are doing is doing for Krishna. If there is no nishtha, then love cannot manifest. We should have faith, strong faith in Nam, and firm faith in Guru. Nam nishtha, Guru nishtha, Seva nishtha. Then we should have like faith in serving. When there's like strong nishtha, then the mind does not get disturbed. A person who does not have like firm faith, then their mind goes restless. Nishtha. It's like being completely firm and stable.
Srimati Radhika's actually she also manifested her all moods. That is called one of the gopis, that means that the mood of Srimati Radhika.
So all the gopis have the mood of Srimati Radhika. All the gopis are like a form of Srimati Radharani.
Taya Kalavi. Taya Kalavi, Srimati Radhika herself.
Srimati Radhika herself created the forms of gopis, different gopis. They all have mood of Srimati Radharani.
Those who are soft intelligent, Tikna Buddhima. एक ही राधा अनेक स्वरूप में प्रकट।
So intelligent people see it like this. There's like only one Radharani and it's like form of a lot of gopis. So Krishna is one or more. So even if Krishna is one, you can see a lot of Krishnas in Ras-lila.
Sangru Tadikapura Avish. Sangru be Braje, Rajendra Nandan. Sangru be Bhajanandan किस रूप में विराजमान? वृंदावन.
Like in Vrindavan, Krishna is in form of Rajendra Nandan Krishna.
वैभववासी के रूप में प्रकट हुए.
And his different forms also manifested in other forms.
थोड़ा कृष्ण तत्व पढ़ो.
But we should study about Krishna Tattva in Chaitanya Charitamrita so we can understand better.
प्रकार भेदे ब्रज देवी का. ब्रज गोपीस according to their role and they have many forms. Actually, who are these braj gopis? गोपियाँ कौन थी?
Who are these Braj Gopis?
कौन थी? संग राधा जी.
It's a form of Srimati Radharani herself.
Without many consort, Krishna would not have happy. For this regard, according to Krishna.
So only to fulfill the desire of Krishna, Srimati Radharani manifested herself in form of different gopis.
Actually, all the gopis they are non-different from.
All the gopis, they are non-different from Srimati Radharani. They are same. This is Tattva Siddhanta.
Lalita Devi, who is Lalita Devi?
Who is Lalita Devi?
Srimati Radhika herself.
It's Srimati Radhika herself.
Lalit mood, that's your Lalita Devi.
Her mood of Lalit is like a form of Lalita Sakhi.
No, root form. Manifested in the form of Rupa.
And this root form is manifested in form of Rupa Manjari. And she's asking, what about Chandravali? Huh? Contradictory mood is like having an opposition. The mood of opposition. So Chandravali manifested from the mood of opposition. Opposition. So there's only fun when there's opposite party. If no one is contradicting, there's no one to compete, then there's no fun. So one girl says, oh, I got first in my class. I got first. How many people in your class? He said, I'm the only person in my class. So I'm the first and I'm the last. I'm everything. No competition at all. First lot doesn't matter if there's no one to compete with. Good, better, best. If there's no one to compete, then you can do anything. But so that's why Krishna and Srimati Radhika, Srimati Radharani manifested herself in many forms. Who is Chandravali in reality? It's also Srimati Radharani herself. It's a different mood of us.
will not happy.
Krishna will not be happy without many consorts. So, to fulfill Krishna's desire, Srimati Radharani manifested herself in many forms.
Who is Lakshmi Devi?
Who is Lakshmi Devi in Vaikuntha?
Srimati Radhika herself.
It's an expansion of Srimati
In the
Radharani.
form of Lakshmi.
She appeared in the form of Lakshmi.
Srimati Radhika, 3 forms. Vaikuntha is Lakshmi.
In Vaikuntha, Srimati Radharani is Lakshmi. In Dvaraka, she is Mahisi. And in Vraj, Radharani. So this all has been explained beautifully in Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yeah?
Still, if Chandravali is Srimati Radhika herself, what's the daughter will not go to secretary?
So if Chandravali is Srimati Radharani herself, why don't the Vaishnavas go there? Because the mood is different. Yeah.
Srimati Radhika's Vasalam manifested in the form of Subal Siddham. Who is Subal Siddham?
Who is Subal Sridham? Sakyabhav, mood of friendship.
Srimati Radhika's Sakya mood.
The mood of friendship of Srimati Radharani manifested in form of friends of Krishna, and the mood of parental affection of Srimati Radharani, Nandi Yashoda manifested. So everything is manifesting from Srimati Radharani. There's only one Krishna manifesting in different forms, and same with Srimati Radharani. This is Tattva Vichar. So if someone is not listening properly, they take 1 ear and everything's coming out from the ear. I'm Gurudev, I'm giving you a dakshina donation, official donation. What I have listened from you, I will give it back to you. Whatever I have listened and learned from you, I will give it back to you. So you should give dakshina or not. What dakshina will you give? Like whatever I have listened from you, I will give it back to you. What you have given me, I will return it back. Everything is yours, but your lotus feet are mine. So this time I was explaining Samartha-rati. Where is it? It's in the gopis. It's like the love is not divided at all. It's completely one-pointed towards Krishna. So Krishna calls the gopis. He does not call everyone. He only calls the gopis. So some Vaishnava says that Krishna calls manjaris. But no, in Ras he does not call manjaris. But they are coming behind Srimati Radharani. Like if someone has invited Guru somewhere, all the disciples are following the Guru. Like if you take the cow, the kids of the cow will follow the cow, right? So that's what, it's true or not. You don't need to invite them, they will follow automatically. So in Ras-lila, Krishna did not call manjaris, but they are following Srimati Radharani. Because Krishna knows that they do not love me, they love Srimati Radharani. So that's why Thakura said, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Kamal Marji has explained properly that in Ras Leela, Krishna did not invite manjaris. It's like, no need to invite them. They will come automatically. They are one-pointed fate towards Srimati Radharani. Their love is one-pointed towards Srimati Radharani. They will come definitely. They don't need an invitation. In India, there is a thing. that if there's like a food at their home,
देखो हमारे घर में आज प्रसाद है, आप घर पे सबको लेकर के आओ.
so they tell the eldest person in the family, like they tell, okay, whoever you have in your family, please bring them.
वो बेटा कहाँ गई है, उसके कहाँ गई है.
Don't invite everyone separately. We just tell the eldest person in the family that, okay, you bring everyone.
उसमें लिखा रहे.
And it's written,
परिवार
it's like, okay, you are invited with your family. You don't invite each and every person of the family one by one, right?
एक एक करके नहीं लिखा रहता है ना.
So in the wedding cards that are being distributed in India,
वो लिखा रहता है ना.
people write
हैं?
it like this.
हैं?
It's like you are invited with family.
अलग-अलग पति के बोलो, पत्नी के बोलो, बेटा
So you say husband, wife, their son, daughter separately and their parents separately. No. You just tell the elder person of the family, invite them, and that's it.
हैं? इसलिए कृष्ण
So that's why Krishna
मंदिरों की नहीं बुलाए.
did not invite manjaris.
मंदिर तो आएगी.
He knows manjaris will come automatically.
हैं? आज नहीं. बोले मंदिरों के क्यों नहीं बुलाए?
Why didn't he invite manjaris?
नाम लेकर के बुलाया.
He said Lalita, Vishaka.
हैं? नाम लेकर के बुलाया.
He called out their names,
क्योंकि कोई मंदिर के नाम लेकर
but he didn't take the name of any manjaris.
क्यों कृष्ण जानते हैं ये तो वन
Because
श्रीमती राधा.
Krishna knows their one-pointed love towards Srimati Radhika, and they will come.
हैं?
कृष्ण बुलाते तो भी वो नहीं जाते.
कौन?
अगर कृष्ण
Even
मंजरी
if-
को बुलाते
She's saying,
मंदिर के
नहीं
बुलाते
जाते.
नहीं.
even if Krishna calls manjaris, then manjaris don't go.
मंदिर के बुलाते.
Krishna does not call manjaris, but if Srimati Radharani requests, so maybe Krishna can call manjaris, but otherwise he not.
इसी प्रकार है, कृष्ण के ऐसे दिखाते हैं.
So they show like a thumb to Krishna, like called Tenga.
हैं?
It's like we don't give anything to you. That's what manjaris say.
कृष्ण राधा जी के बुलाते.
So Krishna calls Srimati Radharani, he calls Lalita Vishaka. Why is he calling Lalita Vishaka?
ललिता विशाखा भी वन पॉइंटेड नहीं है कृष्ण.
Lalita Vishaka, they are also not one-pointed towards Krishna.
और कुछ
They are like a bit of divided in Srimati Radharani and a bit of divided in Shri Krishna.
वृंदावन के बुलाते.
So he calls Vrinda Devi. Why? Because it's like Krishna Paksh, and like one-pointed straight with Krishna.
ये सब दिखाते हैं. ऐसे सिद्धांत. किंतु रात में मंजरियां उपस्थित हुई. इसलिए
So in Ras, manjaris were there. Why? To serve Srimati Radharani.
राज छत्र दंड महापर. जितना राजा के छत्र दंड जो लेकर के चल रहे, छाता जो दंड पालन किया जाता है.
So it's like a king is walking and the people hold the umbrella.
राजा जहाँ पर
They don't call him. The king, wherever the king goes, the servant walks with him, holding that umbrella. This is the thing that I'm trying to explain here.
समझ में आएगी.
Understand or not?
हैं? ये तो तीन प्रकार निष्ठा दिखाया.
There's the three types of nishtha. Radha nishtha, Krishna nishtha,
और एक है उभय निष्ठा.
and Ubhay nishtha Gopi.
उभय निष्ठा गोपियां कौन है?
Who is Ubhay nishtha Gopi? And Lalita Vishaka. They have like love and faith both towards Krishna and towards Srimati Radharani.
एक कृष्ण देव. कृष्ण निष्ठा.
And Krishna nishtha,
वृंदा विशाखा
Vrinda Devi. Like completely one-pointed towards Krishna.
और मंजरियां होते हैं.
And manjaris, they're Radha nishtha. They're completely one-pointed towards Srimati Radharani.
कृष्ण भी विस्मित हो जाते
And even
हैं. कृष्ण become very surprised.
and Krishna is very surprised.
In the heart of Manjari, there are 1.8 ways.
It's like manjaris have a very deep mood, very deep and confidential mood.
अच्छा अब just हो गया. अरे ना हो गया.
Okay, it's 9:30, almost 9:30 now, so Jai Gurudev.
क्या बोला?
Okay, it's always good to understand things.
सबके ऊपर प्रसाद तो दो.
Well, let's take prasad, everyone.
वापस जाना.
उधर बनाया कि नहीं बनाया?
Prasadam is prepared in the hall.